Hello, good evening, and welcome back once again to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I'd like to take a quick moment here to apologize for missing a day. My computer was acting really badly, and I had to spend a bunch of time doing maintenance work on it. Things seem to be significantly improved now. I was hoping to not have to wipe and load the whole computer, and so far I don't think I need to, but here we are. I would also like to note that I have noticed an increase in subscribers to the channel, which I find personally very gratifying, because hopefully it means that people like what I'm doing enough to continue following it. And I appreciate everyone who subscribed. Thank you. So, we can get on with the doings here in the garage. As you can see, I'm up to my neck in DeLoreans here. This one, however, is kind of neat. This is a carbon fiber DeLorean, which I don't think is a real thing, but it sure looks cool. I went through and cosmetically fixed up all of these, so I didn't have to fool around with the fenders and doors and whatnot. But this one is like really sharp. Like I said, I don't think there was ever a real carbon fiber DeLorean, but this one sure looks good. I may end up keeping this one just because it looks so neat. Also, it's different than the others. It actually has the Pagani V12 engine in it, whereas the other ones have a V6 DOHC, which I think is the V6B engine. So I was gonna try and do all three of these at once, but since that one has a different engine in it, I'll save that one for later and do these so I can get rid of them, because I do have a DeLorean, an original DeLorean that I've already kept in my private collection. So these ones can go once they're done. And since I've already cosmetically fixed them up, we can go ahead and get going. I'm gonna rip apart the undercarriage and all that stuff first, and I'm going to do it on both cars and get all that stuff out at once. I've been away from it for a day, and I forget that the shock absorber has to come off before the suspension arm will come off. Whoa, yikes. I clicked through the center of the steering knuckle straight to the battery. What's in here? Looks like no rod caps and no crankshaft caps. Huh, I didn't take out the fuel tank. Normally I do that ahead of time. Do the fuel tank and the exhaust, but the exhaust on this car only consists of the two mufflers anyway. Okay, that one is all stripped out. I'm going to go ahead and take the engine out of it. It amuses me that it opens the front hood, even though the engine in this car is in the back. Almost done. I wasn't paying attention, but I think the front and rear wheels on this car are different sizes too. I have to pay attention to that when I go to replace the tires. I have to buy so many bushings too. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that as I took the first car apart. So many bushings. underneath this engine is the same as the other one. No caps or anything, so I have to remember to buy a whole bunch of like 12 rod caps and 4 crankshaft caps. I think while I'm doing this, I'm going to take apart the front suspension of the carbon fiber car as well, because I think that that is going to be the same. And I can at least do that now, since I don't want to do the different engine. The V12 engine would be significantly different than the V6 engines. And yeah. I'll just do at least the front suspension for my own, to satisfy my own need for order here. And this is gonna add even more bushings, because it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 bushings for the regular front, for a double wishbone front end with a cross member, because there's 8 in each suspension, for each pair of suspension arms. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 for the suspension arms and 4 more for the cross member. They put the battery in the front of this car. In the other cars, it's in the rear, because the V6 engine doesn't take up as much space as the V12. And I already replaced the gas tank in this one when I did the wheels and tires, because it has Pagani Tempesta rims on it. Almost there. Okay, now let's start inventorying our let's start inventorying our inventory, and we start clearing out stuff. I'm gonna need just an absolute ton of bushings, I know that. That's 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 times 8 is 48. 49, 50, 51, 52 rubber bushings. So 20, 40, 52, 52. Clutch stuff will be easy, 2 of each, and we'll buy, of course, the performance parts for those. What the hell is that? C semicolon U. Flywheel. Let's buy our fuel things while we're here, because I'm going to need fuel filters and fuel pumps. And what was that muffler? Was it muffler D? I think it was. Don't have it. Yeah, rear muffler D. Okay, let's see what else we need. Brakes. We're going to need a bunch of brakes. Like 10 sets of brakes. 3 fronts and 2 rears. Gonna need tie rods and sway bars. 6 of each tie rod. And the sway bars were all sway bar, link B and front sway bar. So 3 of these, and 6 of these, and then 6 each of the tie rods. And now we'll have to buy all of the brakes. So that's 10 calipers. 10 cylinders, 4 rear discs and 6 front discs, 10 brake pads. And I need just a buttload of double wishbone suspensions too. I have to look that up real quick here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 double wishbones for the front, and let's see, and 4 rear. Okay. Oh, I bought an extra one. Oh well. And I'm going to need just an absolute metric ton of hubs too. Let's see here. 8, 10 hub bearings. And then 2, 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hub caps. now just, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rear hub Bs and 6 wheel hubs. That's another thing. I wish I could move this thing somewhere else where it's not next to this toolbox. Keep clicking the toolbox and keep messing myself up. I'm getting down to repairable stuff. And a lot of these things, well, some of them are red, so we'll have to replace a fair amount of that. But we've got just a ton of suspension arms and knuckles to try to fix. And let's see, the rims are... I can't get it to filter it down. Oh, I think all the springs are done. Okay, so these rim 26s are, let's see, they're all... No. Yeah, they're 14s in the front and 15s in the back. So that should be 4 of each, 4 15s and 4 14s. These are all rim 26. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to buy... I could try to dismount these and repair them, but most of them are red. I mean, they're all red. So I probably won't be able to get all of them. And we're going to be repairing a ton of stuff as it is. So 4 rim 26 14 and 4 rim 26 15. And we're going to need 235 60 15. And we're going to need 195 60 14. Okay, let's start installing. This is going to be a bit since I have 10 sets of wheels. No, 8. 8 sets of wheels to do. I think with the kind of money that I've made, I could buy another set of mounting and balancing machines. So I think we're down now to just 3 wheels that need to be balanced. Yep. So 235 60 15, 235 60 15. So I bought that correctly. 195 60 14, 195 60 14. So these can all go now. No, not that. Is that the last one, or is there one more? I think this is the last one. Alright, let's make a stab at repairing stuff and see how well we do. Looks pretty good. I only saw one thing fail, and that was at the end. One of the rear axle knuckle covers. Still have a lot of stuff to buy, though. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4 upper suspension arms, 5 upper suspension arms. Okay. We repaired a lot, but we still have a bunch to buy. Is that 2 front steering knuckles? Yeah, 2 front steering knuckle Bs and 2 rear knuckle Ds. So knuckle B. And knuckle D. Three bottom suspension arms, 1 bottom suspension arm B. And I think the last thing was a cross member. Cross member B. Okay. Okay, let's get to work. let's see. Where's my Tempesta rims? There they are. Gee, stupid camera angles, man. And the other Tempesta rim, which is this one. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do on the black car for now. It's only 30 grand. I mean, the DeLorean is not even fully rebuilt, the DeLoreans are not particularly valuable. So, I mean, we're still going to trick them all out with all of the expensive stuff. But we're still not going to get a whole lot of money back on them. There's a front exhaust section. I bet that. I wonder if I have to wait until I get the engine done. Front exhaust section A and B. And of course I can't do any more on the rear of these cars until the engine is done. Okay, that one's jumping to this one, because I want to get these exhaust sections put in. I should have just bought two. Whoops! I should have just bought two of those to begin with. I don't think any of these exhaust pieces are actually attached to anything anyway, even when the car is fully assembled. Okay, that's all done. Let's jump to the front. That was nice. I was able to get a lot of stuff put in there without moving the camera around. I actually didn't mean to double click on... I double clicked on that tie rod and it shot me over there. I didn't mean to do that. I was just going to stay put. Okay, see, I can't get the camera up to see that front bushing. But if you can click on it, it'll put you in a position above it. And this is going to be fun because I have 8 sets of wheels in my inventory. So the 15s go on the back and the 14s go on the front. And since all of these rims are new, we don't care where they go. So long as they're the correct size, we're not having to worry about trying to match up the correct part to the correct place where it came from, since those are all new parts anyway. The game doesn't model that kind of detail anyway, so but I do try to do things the right way, even if the game doesn't really care. I mean, in real life, you couldn't repair a worn out part to the exact same status as a new part. You'd have to call it refurbished, and nobody would ever trust it as thoroughly as they trusted a new part. Okay, that front end is all done. Do this one, and then we can get the engines banged together. Almost forgot to do my bushings. That would be so infuriating. Yep, that one's in. That one's in. Good. Is the other side? No, it's not. Let's put that on now. almost there. Just need to finish up the other side. Alright. The suspension and running gear is as good as we can get it right now. Get the engines, get the two engines rebuilt and back in, and then we'll be ready to. We'll test them, and we'll probably just drive one of them. There's no need to. They're going to be identical. There's not going to be any need to test drive both of them. And I'm going to have to. I'm going to replace. Of course, I'm going to replace things with performance parts wherever I can. So a lot of this stuff is going to get thrown away. Rollers and things are junk. I'll have to buy new ones. The water pump there I can probably repair. The heads and the cam gears are trash. No, the cam gears are trash. Pulley is trash. Let's see. I don't know if there are any spark plugs in it. I'm going to have to look. It probably has camshaft caps that I'm going to have to get. I know there's a performance manifold for this, so I can just throw those away. Well, I remember this engine has a big old camshaft bearing that sits on top of it. It doesn't have a bunch of individual. It doesn't have a bunch of individual camshaft caps. That's it right there, the camshaft bearing. Okay, let's start replacing things before I take anything else off. I'm going to go ahead and buy 8 roller A's. Probably need more than that, but I'm going to go ahead and buy 8. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 of those, 2 of those, 8 of that. 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of them, 2 of them, and I think I'm going to need 4 of that. That should be everything I need from here. I don't remember if the same. I'm blanking. Probably need the fuel rails. I'm going to get 2. And that was crankshaft pulley V8, so I'll buy 2 of them. I should have bought pistons and spark plugs while I was thinking about it. And get rid of this head, these camshafts, that head, camshaft, camshaft, manifold, manifold. I need to replace these gearboxes because I'm not going to use them. Go ahead and buy 12 spark plugs and 12 ignition coils. That was cam gear V6B, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I'll go ahead and buy 8 of them. And the camshaft bearing, 8 of those. And pistons. That serpentine belt I saw, I'm going to need to buy that. 2 of them. Which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah, serpentine belt B, V6B. Now these engine head covers I always forget. I always forget which ones, because there's like 4 different V6B head covers. And it needs like head cover B and head cover C, and I always forget which one is which. I'm not in the right store. I want to be in this one. And I want to buy 2 of these for a little over $5,000. Yay. Okay, let's go ahead and... The pistons are trash, of course. And we'll see if we can repair the crankshaft and the block. And then we should be on our way. Though I'm going to need to buy an oil filter and a couple of oil pans too. And the V6 engine actually takes the i6 oil filter. Oh yeah, we repaired the water pump and the engine block, but not the crankshaft. Let's get rid of all these pistons. Crankshaft V6B. I think I'm still... Nope, I wasn't. I thought I was still on V6B, but I was not. So I'll only buy one of these because there's a chance I might be able to repair the other one. ARM V6B alternator. I'll go ahead and buy 2 of those. I know there's probably a roller B that goes on it. Okay, now the fun part begins. The clutch assembly actually doesn't clip into the mounting plate there. The V8 engines like practically always do. Okay, let's turn this thing over now. Looks so much better when it's cleaned up, doesn't it? Doesn't this look like it's plastic? I mean, this front of the head, it's the same color gray as the roller, which you would assume is like hard rubber, and it looks like it's made of plastic, which kind of bothers me. Ah, there's the timing covers. Timing cover A, timing cover B, timing cover C. We'll go ahead and buy 2 of each. I don't think the other engine had any, and it doesn't matter if it did. We'll probably just replace them. This is where I'm going to need more rollers. Yeah, because sure as hell, like a roller B goes there. And what is this, serpentine belt A? Alright, I love it. I love how you can assemble the front end of the engine like that before you even finish up the rest of it. And it's gratifying to see that I bought the correct exhaust manifold. Oh, I forgot this thing has a thermostat that goes on the back. No, that's not what I meant to do. That's where those fuel rails go. I'm glad I bought 2 of them. I'm going to need to go buy 2 more. I think I now have in hand every single part I need to build the other engine, because I've been buying 2 of everything. Oh no, I just realized I don't have all the engine head covers. I think I have an engine head cover C in my inventory. Before I buy more head covers, though, the other engine may have a head cover on it that I haven't seen yet, since I disassembled everything. Okay, so I need still head cover A, 2 A's and a B. Two A's and a B. Okay, that engine is done. And now we can go ahead and yank it off here and stick on the other one. And this one has no head covers. That's okay though. No head covers, no timing covers. It has an arm. I bought 2 of them anyway. So let's start going ahead and yanking this stuff apart now. Okay, we'll turn this over and then we'll get rid of all those, pretty much all that stuff. The only thing we're going to try to repair from that pile will be the water pump. Oh, damn it. I just made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Or maybe I didn't. I thought I just sold a crankshaft, but I don't think I could have because I haven't taken the crankshaft out yet. So I'm not sure what that was. It must have just been a camshaft and I confused myself for a moment. That thing is 15%. Hopefully we'll be able to repair it. The crankshaft is 22%. And the water pump is 29%. Let's see if we can repair these things. Excellent. We've got all of those back. And once again, pistons, rod caps, and crankshaft caps. All the bolts in all the world. Oops, I skipped one. Okay, turn it over again. It's starting to look like an actual engine now. My assembly on that first engine got a little bit out of hand, so I was trying to do this one in a slightly more efficient manner. Not sure I'm succeeding at it though. I didn't buy head covers anyway. Let's see. An A, a B, a C, two A's, a B, and a C. Almost bought the wrong one anyway. I do like me some nice shiny chrome parts. Almost home. Just got to finish hooking up the front here. I'm pretty sure I have everything I need. I shouldn't need to go buy anything else at this point. Ah, damn it. thought I bought it. I did buy an extra roller, but it wasn't enough. Okay, second V6B done. Let's go ahead and yank this off of here and get some cars built. I should have known that was going to happen. Yeah, I wonder if I can lower the car while I'm standing under it. I always meant to try it, and I haven't done it yet. It's like, you get an engine, and you get an engine, and you get an engine. And you know what just occurred to me? I didn't buy a starter. I'm going to need to buy starters. 2 starters. So the rear drive axle does not connect properly, I see. Starter V8. Should have known. And I even thought about it when I was assembling the engine, that I needed to check whether it needed starter V8 or just a regular starter. Okay, that car is 100% done. I still haven't put oil in it though. So we'll lower it down, and then we'll lower it down, and let's finish assembling the other car. And this car is now 100% across the board, too. Excellent. And I want to check my inventory and see how much extra parts I have. Shouldn't have. Well, I have one. I remember buying that one, and I remember buying that one last time. And I figured eventually I would do another V8 car that uses the ignition coil. In order to get to the engine, you have to remove that stuff, which is annoying. The worst car that I've done for putting oil in is the Bugatti Chiron, because if you just lower it to the lowest level in the if you just lower it to the lowest level on the lift, you can't touch the engine from the outside to reach the oil fill cap. You actually have to put it all the way down on the ground. Alright, we are now 100% done with both of these. Let's go ahead and, for fun, send it over to the dyno and see what kind of horsepower they have now. So factory power of 304. We actually managed to put a lot of performance parts in there, so we should get a pretty significant increase. Not as significant as I hoped, but still nearly 200 horsepower beyond what it came with. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a frog in my throat there. I'm going to do the other one too. They should be the same, but I'll go ahead and do the other one. That's not where I meant to send that. One of these days I should try painting a DeLorean a different color. Yeah, so once again 304. The other one got 497, so I assume this one will also get 497 because it's built out the same way. Yep, 497. Yeah, one of these days I'll have to try painting one of these. I think that all you can actually paint is the front bumper and the rear bumper. I think the rest of it is the brushed stainless steel by default once you've cleaned it up using the welder. Alright, let's see what these are valued at now. This one is 69 with a 13 resto bonus. Got 103,000 miles on it. 69 and 13. Is the other one going to be the same? 69 and 13. Has 120,000 miles, so it's got the same value and the same bonus. 120 versus 103, so it's got 17,000 more miles on it than this one. About the same. They're the same value though, which is all we're really interested in. Let's go ahead and drive one and see what happens. Okay, here we are. Let's see what it looks like outside. It's going to be presumably nice and shiny. It is, I mean, it's a good-looking car. It certainly is a good-looking car. It's too bad that DeLorean was badly mismanaged. I don't know if the story. I don't know if the stories about drugs and whatnot are true, but it seems like it's a car that should have had more staying power because it just looks really cool. A nice brushed stainless steel finish. Let's see what she's got. Drifting to the left. I was going to say it was tracking pretty straight, but then it started drifting left pretty good. I'm correcting and keeping it straight. Trying not to correct too much because I'm doing this with a keyboard and I don't want to send it skidding around. Drifting back to the left though. 167 miles an hour looks to be as fast as we can go. I have no idea what the actual maximum speed of this car was in real life. I'd have to look it up in Wikipedia. But 167 strikes me as a pretty respectable number. Okay, we're back, and we are all done. The cars are 100% rebuilt, and we've driven it, seen what kind of performance it's capable of. It means it's time to go ahead and sell them. It's nicely modeled inside. I mean, it looks good. I noticed that when it's repaired and everything, the door opens nice and high. When I opened it in the junkyard, it didn't open up near as much as this. But it has an 80s vibe to it too, with the dashboard and everything, all the big buttons and knobs. It's got an old school stereo in it. It has a standard transmission, which I appreciate. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Time to say goodbye to these two beasts, and we'll get 83,000 apiece. Yep, $83,000 and change, so 160, call it 166 grand for those two cars. I will finish this car at a later date. Just because, I'm still inclined to keep it because it just looks cooler than the other ones. The black carbon fiber look is really sharp. I bring it back down for safety's sake. So that'll bring this episode to a close. If you made it this far, and this is probably a long episode, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you again for the next Junkyard rebuild. So on that note, bye for now.